My fraternity brother Cam was paralyzed from the waist down this past summer. He was swimming in Spain and a wave took him. He hit his head against a rock, fractured his spinal cord, and he can't walk anymore. There was one of my friends who died in a car accident, 20 years old, over this past year. A girl at U of M, 20 years old, died of heart failure. The Nebraska shooting, the mall, the Virginia Tech shootings. You know, I know that none of those people went in to their last day on earth and said that this is going to be the last day of the rest of my life. Nobody thought to himself that this is going to be the last day that I'm going to walk for the rest of my life. What keeps me going is the little boy in front of me at church, or the mom kissing her daughter and holding her close. That none of us know when our last breath is going to be. There are no guarantees. Last April I was held up at gunpoint and 2 pistols in my stomach, and my life flashed before my eyes. It was one of those moments, and you have a choice in those types of situations, that you either thank God that you're alive, or you say, God, why me? Why did it happen to me? And in another aspect, you say, you let these things get you down, or these deaths that you hear, you know, a 21-year-old that died on his motorcycle, taking his motorcycle for the last drive before he sold it, died Southline, Michigan, earlier this year. Those types of things become that much more fuel to your fire, okay? That much more passion burning in you to not waste a second, to live your day, each day, as if it was your last, to a certain degree, because we don't know when our last breath will be. There's this conversation I had with one of my friends, Rachel, a G-chat conversation. This was last year. And she started talking about her family and how she wasn't valuing them as much as she wanted to. And, you know, she's like, I really value my family. I don't ever want to take anyone for granted again, because I feel that's what happened before. And it really got me kind of emotional because it's really hard for me. It makes me think about my situation, how close I want to be to so many people in my life, my family especially, and I'm close, and I get closer every time I see them, and any chance I get to see them and spend time with them. But it's like my lifestyle, my other calling, purpose, makes it so hard to have as much time as I'd like. And I'm telling you with as much conviction as I can through G-chat that my little brother is my world. That my motivation, all my friends, people like you, you're my motivation. And she starts laughing. She's like, I don't see how I could be your motivation. And I say, no, you're mistaken. I feed off others. That's where I get my energy from, and that's what keeps me going. When I have doubts, I look to others and know it's right. My fraternity brother Cam, paralyzed from the waist down this past summer. I stay up late and push myself to my limits because of people like him, because I don't know when something like that could happen to me. And every minute is important to me, and I know that I'd be letting him down by not having the impact that I'm capable of having each and every day. I made a promise to my grandpa who died last summer, and to others in my life, that I will keep true to myself and not take anything for granted or let them down as long as I give it my all with all my heart and all my fire. Dave, I want to show you something. One last thing, okay? I want you all at home to get this real clear. I want to make it real clear for you that I am just a messenger. The people on this show are messengers. Blossoming geniuses, and we are here to share a message. We don't want you following us. We don't want you following Oprah or Dr. Phil or even Gandhi or MLK or Mother Teresa. You can follow what they stood for and their values and their morals and their message that they preached about, if you believe it. get real with yourself to first know if you do or not. But so many of us, we follow somebody and then they get a divorce or something bad happens in their life and they're like, oh my gosh, that I put everything I had into that person. But they're human. They make mistakes too. We just want you to, we're offering this. We aren't preaching this. This is what's happened in our lives, and we want to give that to you, give you a gift to show you that all of us have unlimited potential. Once you convince yourself to believe in the impossible, anything's possible. John George. One last thing I want to show you here. Dave, can you zoom in? Can you see her face? Mm-hmm. This is Ashley O'Day. I don't even know this girl. I don't even know her parents. The story is, she was 2 years old. She had been diagnosed with brain cancer. And they gave her 4 months to live. She died very recently, this past year, 2008. And someone had sent me this, one of my friends, Patrice Kaufman, and over an email about a silent auction to try to raise money to have her have an operation that her family couldn't afford. But all these things, people like her, the people I mentioned before earlier, all these things is what is driving me to stay up late sometimes lose sleep. But I know that all of this is worthwhile and for a good cause. I was asked this question once, and I want to close this first episode asking you the same question. Is how do you know? How do you know that you have 60 years left to live? Or 20 years? 6 months or even 6 weeks? How do you know that when you're done watching this episode and you leave and go wherever you're going, that you're going to have the opportunity to tell your parents and your friends and your family, your grandma, your grandpa, your brothers, your sisters, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, how much you care for them and love them and appreciate them and value them? How do you know that you're going to have the opportunity when you get done watching this show to go out and be the change you want to be for this society? And have the opportunity to go and do something with your life, to be extraordinary? How do you know? Man, the truth is that none of us know, and we'll never know. It's time to start believing in yourself and become the blossoming genius that's inherent in all of us. Thank you. Peace in.
Done?
Yeah.